what's up there, YouTubers? It's me again, Brian, aka Gamer55551, and I am back with a review/thought video for this week. And for this one, I want to give my take on Marvel's Secret Invasion, the show on Disney Plus, though. And for parents out there, it's worth pointing out that Marvel's Secret Invasion is rated TV-14 here in the USA. After the events of Avengers Endgame and all, Marvel has really been putting a lot of shows on, or some of their characters on, Disney Plus and all. We've seen some shows like ranging from WandaVision to basically Moon Knight and all, to Hawkeye, to Falcon Winter Soldier, to even some specials like Werewolf by Night, which I thought was kind of good, especially since it played homage to the old horror films, I think from the 40s and the 50s and everything like that, though. So to hear them doing one on Secret Invasion was kind of interesting, and I did get a chance to watch all 6 episodes. And after coming away from watching the show, though, I will say, it's good, and there are certain things that I liked about Marvel's Secret Invasion, but I will admit to some extent it just doesn't reach the level of other MCU shows that I've seen so far. It's not bad, but not the strongest ones of the MCU shows we've seen on the Disney Plus service and all. So in terms of, we'll break it down to what I like and what I didn't like, not 100% sure though. In terms of what I liked about Marvel's Secret Invasion is that I definitely like the fact that it went with sort of a darker tone. I like when Marvel does that with some of their MCU shows, whether it's whether it's Moon Knight or even Werewolf by Night, or even to some extent WandaVision and everything like that. I just like the fact that when you take that dark tone to it, though, it certainly is nice and everything like that. While I won't go so far as saying it's completely dark in the way like the Batman series may be at times, so it's nice to see them take that dark tone with some of their MCU characters and shows, though. And I am kind of curious to see how they will approach a dark tone, especially when we see characters like Daredevil and Punisher make their way into the MCU, particularly on Disney Plus and everything like that. I also like the friendship between Talos, which is played by Ben Mendelsohn, if I'm saying his name correctly. I apologize if I'm not. And of course, Nick Fury, played by Samuel L. Jackson. I like the interaction with these two characters and all. It's sort of like almost kind of like in a way, to some extent, a love-hate relationship. There are sometimes they don't agree with things, but they are working with a common goal in terms of finding the home world for the Skrulls and everything like that, to stopping basically a Skrull rebellion, which is trying to sort of start what would be World War III and everything like that. And I like that friendship between these two characters. It's really neat and everything like that. So it was very interesting to see these two characters interact with each other during the whole Secret Invasion episodes and everything like that. And last but not least is that I definitely like some of the flashback parts when they showed during some of these episodes. I like how they had some of these characters, basically like Samuel L. Jackson looking like how he was during the events of 2019's Captain Marvel, speaking with several Skrulls, trying to help them find a new home and everything like that, to meeting basically his love interest / wife, which wears a disguise, though she's a Skrull as well, in terms of following the events of the first Avengers movie and so forth. So it's certainly nice when they show some of these flashback scenes, and I think they're really neat to a certain degree. So it definitely is nice to see some of these scenes here and there throughout the entire Secret Invasion and everything like that. As far as what I didn't like, or was mixed or not 100% sure about, I would say seeing some of the characters like Rhodey, played by John Chesser, being a Skrull was confusing. I think it was, to some degree, I think it could have worked in a certain way. It's just that they never explained how it was a Skrull basically throughout the events of Secret Invasion, and how their bodies swapped and everything like that. So it was kind of a little confusing with that, though. I think it could have worked if they'd done a better job with it. I just felt like that they didn't do a good job in terms of explaining how Rhodey was sort of like a Skrull in disguise and everything like that. I think that was a little bit unfortunate though, so I kind of was a little bit disappointed with that. Meanwhile, some characters like Chris Stearns, played by Christopher McDonald, their role was kind of limited though, and I think that was a little bit unfortunate because I would have liked to see them play sort of a larger part leading up to what would be, the final event for, or like during like, the finale for Secret Invasions and everything like that. You only saw them with like a couple scenes here and there, being part of the Skrull Rebel Council and everything like that. And I just felt like it was a missed opportunity right there. I think it was an interesting character since he was his character was kind of portrayed as both like Tucker Carlson / Bill O'Reilly that were at one point part of Fox News and everything like that. So it was an interesting approach. It's just, I didn't feel like they utilized his character very well. Same with the other, Skrull councils or Skrull, Rebel Council members as well. Though I think the concept was interesting. It's just I felt it was a little disappointing they didn't get a chance to execute it as well as I would have liked to, though. And last but not least, I do want to say that Secret Invasion I still think is a good show and everything like that. But when compared to other MCU shows like WandaVision, to even like say Moon Knight, though, it just doesn't reach that height or anything like that. It doesn't have that kind of feel the way like say those shows I mentioned, or even like Falcon and Winter Soldier with its somewhat political thriller that still remains there, to the dark tone in like Moon Knight, to the whole WandaVision situation where it started out as paying homage to old shows back in like the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s, to modern times and everything like that. So I just felt like there was sort of this it just felt like it just didn't reach the height that those shows did, though. I'm not saying I hate Secret Invasion. I don't. I think it's still good. It's just not anywhere near as good as the other MCU shows I've watched on Disney Plus and all. Overall, I would say Secret Invasion is okay. I mean, it's not terrible. It's not awful. I still thought it was good and all. It's just that I didn't think it reached the height that other MCU shows have done so in the past, though. At its best, though, I do like the fact they went with a darker tone with it. I like the relationship between Talos and Nick Fury. I thought that was really, or friendship to be exact, though. And I do like how they had some flashback scenes here and there. I thought they were really neat in seeing those in Secret Invasion. So there were some good moments, though. But at its worst, though, I will say, hearing the fact that Rhodey was a Skrull, though, the way they brought that out was a little bit confusing, though. I think they kind of missed an opportunity there, at least how I'm seeing it, though. And some characters like Chris Stearns, or as I mentioned, played by Christopher McDonald, I thought their role was limited. I would have liked to see their role play, would have liked to see a better job with their role being utilized better and everything like that. And again, like I said, the show's not terrible. It's just nowhere near, not as strong as say the other MCU shows I've seen on Disney Plus. But in either case, though, I still enjoyed it, though. Nevertheless, I thought it was fine. It's just that I just don't feel like this is one where I would want to ask for a second season or anything like that. I highly doubt that they will, though. But I am kind of curious to see how Secret Invasion is going to tie into future MCU projects, particularly with, the upcoming, the Marvels that's going on. We'll see that as well. And I'm curious to see how that will tie into, like I said, other parts of the MCU, considering right now we're sort of in somewhat of a multiverse kind of phase. So I'm kind of curious to see how this will be for, like, going forward and everything like that. It almost kind of feels like, how I view, like, the Eternals, though, where I thought, still enjoyed it, though, but I felt like it didn't really have a place in this phase of the MCU, considering that it was more towards the multiverse saga type of the MCU, to be exact, though. But either case, it's worth taking a look at. It's only 6 episodes, so it's worth taking a look. I just don't think it's the must-watch on the way of much as the way it's like WandaVision or Moon Knight, or even non-Marvel things like, say, The Mandalorian or anything like that. But in either way, I thought it was alright. I thought Secret Invasion was okay, at least in my book, though. Okay, this concludes my review slash thought on Secret Invasion on Disney Plus. And again, these are my opinion. What are yours? What are your thoughts about Secret Invasion? Did you watch all 6 episodes though? Did you thought the show was good? Do you thought it was terrible? Do you think it's one of Marvel's best shows or better shows, or one of their weakest shows in any way? Do you agree with what I say in this video? Do you disagree? Do you have a difference of opinion? As always, sound off on the comment section below. Let me know what you think. And if you do like this video, I hope you hit the like button. I would appreciate it. And I hope you do subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you do, make sure you hit the bell icon for any notification of any new videos I put up. Also, feel free to share this video if you want to, and feel free to donate to my channel if you like. You can do it through PayPal me or Patreon or Steam Labs. Links will be in the description of this video, assuming you watch this on YouTube. And I will see you again next time when I do another video. Hopefully that'll be soon. Until then, from Southern California, I wish you all a good day then. Bye!